This is Big Rudy Showtime! I eat, sleep, stream. The Rangers send your screams. I eat, sleep, stream. Look into my stream, the future's live, live, live. Look into my stream, stay up all night, night, night. Look into my stream, the future's live, live, live. I speak all of the monsters I see. I still feel the darkness on my screen. If you blink, you'll miss the jump and the creep. From Angel Grove to horror dreams for all my squad. This is Big Rudy's Energy, the show inside your dreams. I'll hype you with the screams. You're locked in deep. I am the late night fever stream. I put your fears to sleep. I'll keep you in your seat. Brutality. Look into my stream, the future's live, live, live. Look into my stream, stay up all night, night, night. Look into my stream, the future's live, live, live. Look into my stream, stay up all night, night, night. I eat, sleep, stream. The Rangers send your screams. I eat, sleep, stream. Look into my stream, the future's live, live, live. Look into my stream, stay up all night, night, night. Look into my stream, the future's live, live, live. And your screams, I eat, sleep, stream. Look into my stream, the future's live, live, live. Look into my stream, stay up all night, night, night. Look into my stream, the future's live, live, live. From the streets of Angel Grove to the Soul Society, he fights with honor, heart, and energy. Adam Park, the ranger with the spark, he's the light that cuts through the dark. As he goes, swings his blade, Gyu stands unafraid. Broly's roar shakes the sky, Dante laughs, time to fly. Johnny on Bush, he can morph into anything. Power flows within his voice, let the battle rage. Turbo engines roar, CO crystal shine. Black Ranger stands defending time. Demons fall when Gyu's calm, and Ichigo brings peace with his sword's charm. From devils to angels, from power to soul, every role he plays, he gives it all. A fighter's heart, a hero's soul. In every world, he takes control. No script can hold his destiny. His voice echoes through eternity. 1,000 worlds, a single name. Johnny's fire can't be tied. Johnny on Boss, he can morph into anything. Every shout and battle cry makes the heavens sing. From heroes' hearts to anime dreams, he's the power behind the scenes. Johnny Young Boss forever will sing. Yeah, he can morph into anything. He's my hero. He's my voice of light. Johnny Young Boss, fire through the night.
What's up, everyone? How you been? And I'm dropping a new song today. It's a remix of my song, and thus it's called I Am Free. And check it out.
Hey, hey. Okay. I was stuck up in a storm, trying to find where I belong. Now I walk tall, I stay strong. God was with me all along. Appreciate the Dustbusters, appreciate Rudy too. When I was lost in the darkness, y'all help me make it through. Tell him I'm so free. No Henry Cord, God's got hold of me. I'm so free. No Henry Cord broke every chain on me. Head high, strong faith, no shame on me. I'm so free. No Henry Cord, Christ set me free. Tell him I'm so free. No Henry Cord, God got hold of me. I'm so free. No Henry Cord, no fear controlling me. Walk by faith, not what I see. I'm so free. No Henry Cord, Christ set me free. Back from the shadows, yeah, I never really left. Life had me fighting battles, trying to find my next step. Dustbusters held me down when I was fighting myself. When I felt broken inside, y'all reminded me of my strength. Through the static and storms, lost in the haze, God kept the light shining through my darkest days. Bill stacking high, pressure all around, but every time I fell, he picked me off the ground. Every scar got a story, every loss taught a lesson. Every prayer in the valley turned into a blessing. People try to tell me how to live, but I follow God's plan. He gave me purpose and vision, now I know who I am. Running through the rain, now I'm healed up. Every setback only made me stronger. Faith inside my spirit can't steal that. God's grace carried me longer. Tell him I'm so free. No Henry Cord, God's got hold of me. I'm so free. No Henry Cord broke every chain on me. Head high, strong faith, no shame on me. I'm so free. Christ set me free. I really miss Dustin Rudy. Wish I knew what he would say. Sometimes I look to heaven and I pray every day. Questions in my heart that may never be solved, but I trust God's timing while I'm moving on. Life is like a puzzle, piece by piece it fits. Even through the struggles, God don't ever quit. Problems keep revolving, pressure keeps calling, but through every storm I hear my Savior talking. People throw advice while they watch me bleed, but they don't know the battles or the things I need. I've been wrestling leanings in the middle of the night, still praising Jesus while I'm standing in the fight. Dust busters, this one's for the real ones, the ones who stay beside me when the road got rough. Built from faith and loyalty, stronger than before. God opened every window when he closed every door. Problems, how you gonna solve them? Give them to the Lord and keep on walking. Stress will drive you crazy if you hold it all alone, but God's peace will guide you when you're headed home. Problems, they keep revolving. Faith keeps growing while my heart keeps calling. Every piece of life is fitting in his plan. I may not understand, but I trust his hand. No chains on me, no fear on me. Jesus Christ is leading me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord. Man, finally free now. Dust busters, this and them's yours. We came through the chaos and opened new doors. God is good all the time. I'm so free, no Henry Cord. I'm so free, no Henry Cord.
So, what do you think the world premiere of the new song "I'm Free" the remix? I kind of like it. Anyways, I want to thank everyone coming here for tonight. So, give a round of applause to Chamaku. You have a busy day today. Yesterday he met Amy Jones. So give him a round of applause for him. I know he's tired, but let's get into business, I'm tired too. All right, let's get to Skittle Rampage. Last time, he talking about the mystery box for anime, him and his wife. So we're gonna see what kind of chase they get, him and his wife. So for use.
Video. So today we're going to be opening up mystery boxes with me, Bailey. We're going to be doing a mystery box battle with Funko's latest anime mystery box.
Let's go.
Okay, guys, so here is the deal today. Just as I said in the intro, we do have 2 of these boxes. They contain 6 pops each, and we're going to be battling these boxes. So basically the deal is you get 6 pops for $50, but you do get a guaranteed chase. However, there's been some interesting cases so far. Somebody did actually order, It's Sherry user on Instagram. She did actually order 2 boxes and only one came with a chase and the other one didn't, which I was kind of expecting that was going to happen. And then some people even got multiple chases in their boxes. People were texting me on Instagram. So those are the possibilities, but it is supposed to be guaranteed at least one. And weirdly enough, on both boxes, it actually says chance of chase box. I don't know why it says chance of chase. That's actually really weird because it said guaranteed chase in the description on the.
So it's $50 for anime mystery bundle. So it comes with 6 Funko Pop, guaranteed. Hope to get a chase. You saw a couple of them.
And then some people even got multiple.
Ooh. Sounds really good. One for My Hero Academia, Mini Freddy's character. We'll see what they got.
Multiple chases in their boxes. People were texting me on Instagram. So those are the possibilities, but it is supposed to be guaranteed at least one. And weirdly enough, on both boxes, it actually says chance of chase box. I don't know why it says chance of chase. That's actually really weird because it said guaranteed chase in the description on the post. Anyways, though, guys, let's go and get started, and maybe whoever pulls the better chase, or you guys can determine in the comments who had the better box. Now, do you want to change your box?
No, I'm already
last minute. Are you sure?
Yep.
Hi, Ari. I'm your personal tutor. We have lots to cover today.
Positive.
Yep.
Because I think this is the winner.
Yep.
I think this is the winner, but I'm just saying. So we're gonna pull them out one by one without trying to not look. I don't know if this is this should be the top, but I don't know how they put them in the box. And I'm assuming what happens is they're breaking up multiple different cases. So that's why sometimes people might not be getting chases, or they have the new chase sticker on the box. So people might not be seeing that, like the workers, when they're putting it in there. And I think they're maybe missing it.
I don't know, man.
Let me open your box.
Open my back.
I might switch it off camera. She can get my box.
No. You can't do it off camera.
Very funny. Get over and pay to his wife. Maybe we can switch. She did not gonna know.
It's still in front of me.
Shh. All right, try not to look. Put it to the side of you. Do they have any paper on top? No paper on top. All right, I'm just gonna keep mine to the side here. I'm gonna go first. All right,
Okay,
actually,
don't
guess can go first. I'll let you go
Guess
first.
can go first?
Yeah, go ahead. Show them what you got.
Guess you ever have except for one?
Who's?
How do I get this out?
Just pull it. Just pull it. Okay. How do I get it out? But don't look. Okay, she finally has her hands on it.
Yes. All right. Don't look. Ready? Go.
Okay, you got Garp.
Does
Nice.
he have a chase?
Here, try to hold it like there. Galaxy, he does actually have a chase. I saw a lot of these in there. I saw a lot of Kaiju number 8s, Gabi Maru. So those are some of the chase pools that you can get. Somebody got Dabi, but that's still a really good pop, honestly.
No, it's cool. I don't know if I've seen it in person.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to pull from the corner here. And let's see what I got. Okay, Gabi Maru.
Gabi Maru. Some anime I never watched before, but I should check it out.
So like I said, Gabi Maru's in this box. I actually still not going to pick up the Hell's Paradise set. I probably won't end up keeping any of the pops from these unless it's something I need.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of the newer sets I need.
Ooh, maybe you can sell them. I know you have what's the one website that do sell What Up? I know you have an account.
So, but we're pretty even there. Like, I think Garb's the better pop of the Gabi Maru, though, personally.
Out
So,
of the two.
yeah.
All right. And then the next one is.
Oh, you got the chase, though. That's your chase.
Yay!
You know what's funny?
What if there's only one?
So she got a chase. I can't remember. A different version of him.
Right now, though, that's actually around a $70, $80 chase, technically.
So I won.
So right now it's $70 or $80 for that pop right now.
Because it's a Funko Shop chase, so you have to order a certain amount to get it. So, I mean, you might have, unless I get a Garp chase, because that.
Ooh.
But that's a good chase pull. That's a good chase pull.
What's the difference?
Like, what do you mean? Oh, it's blood in the flame. See? Oh, it's actually easier to put on the side. But yeah, you get the flame, and then there's a little bit of blood.
So this is the chase because you got the blood on his eye and the flame. This one is the regular one with no blood and the flame.
Blood on his face. That's basically what's different. But yeah, that's a good chase pull. Like I said, last I did a trending video, it was around like the $85 range. It might have gone down a little bit, but still, when you got that chase, you can sell it for $60. I paid $90 for the box. That's not too bad if you pull like the Funko Shop chases versus the chases that are kind of everywhere. All right, next up we have Sakamoto Days. We have Taro Sakamoto here.
And
I
his
actually kind of
chase
like
is
his
kinda
chase.
skinny?
Yeah, I believe so. So that's a good one, but you know, like these are normally $15, but given these, a lot of these have like
True. I remember Funko Pop was like $10 back in the days. Now it's 15.
cases. Oh,
Mm.
actually, I just realized that this is definitely going to be a box where every pop that's in it is going to have a chase variation to it at least. I didn't put that together until now.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that does
Are
make
all
sense.
3 that we've pulled.
Yeah, I have chase. Yeah, I you know what's funny? Like I should have known that, but I just put that together just at this moment. Anyways, go ahead.
And the next one is this one.
Okay, Muichiro, nice.
Isn't this the one that used to be like super expensive?
No,
So in Michiro, I have the Chase version, and I paid for it. The Chase version, I think it was like $40 when I went to Anime Pasadena. But I have the autograph one, signed by him.
no, that's there was
No, that
there.
was this normal size
That's the
one.
Funkon one. That's the newer one that had a chase, and then we have the Glow Chase one. That was the Funko Shop. That would be crazy if there were Muichiro chases in this box. All right, what do I got next up? Oh, Dobby. So like I said, there are Dobby chases. This would be one of the lower end chases in my opinion.
Dobby for My Hero Academia. He's like a villain, and his power is fire. Like his dad is a hero, and his family, like his brother, Icy's hot. I forget his real name. So they're brothers. They're like yeah.
Gabimaro is definitely better if I pulled this Dobby chase, for example. But cool pop.
Alright, so my next one is this one.
Kaiju number 8.
Chase? No.
Nice.
But Kaiju number 8 looks so cool.
Yeah.
I need to actually watch the second season. I haven't.
All right. Oh, I've watched it. You didn't watch it? I thought you did watch it.
Oh, that's
Anyway.
Top Plus.
All right, ready? We got Garp. Oh, I pulled the Garp chase. Garp, I'm stupid. Monkey D. Dragon chase. I had Garp on the brain still. Dragon, that's a good chase.
That is a good chase.
I mean, the chase sucks, but it's a good.
What's the chase, though?
It's just him unhooded. That's it. Yeah, I guess it's a good chase, but it's not a good chase. It's a good chase because it's one piece, and one piece always is valuable for the most part. So that's what I'm kind of. But I would say
Which one's more?
we'll look up. We'll
That
look up which one's more expensive on the aftermarket. But I think it might be Gabimaro.
Okay. Then the next one is kind of stuck in there.
What you got? I'm hoping to pull a third chase. That would be really cool, actually.
Alright. This one, Tokyo Revengers. Is it a chase?
Takemichi, no.
No.
No, just a regular one. That's like $15.
I don't know anything about Tokyo Revengers.
I haven't watched it either.
That's what
but
it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next, we have Mina from Kaiju number 8 as well. Nice.
No
Okay.
chase.
It's
Another $15.
a really cool pop, though.
It is. All of the pops from that line look dope.
All right.
And this is the last one.
Oh, shampoo.
Shampoo. I watched Ranma 1/2 or however you're gonna say that, and it was cute.
So another $15.
I liked it.
You want the pop?
No.
Let me show you how to go from a sketch of an idea to a real working app in Airtable within minutes. I had this idea to create a dashboard in the style of like a streaming service homepage where each card would be one of our.
I don't collect the line.
All right. So our final pop is Uryu here. This is a pretty good one. The glow chase on this one is
It's a bleach
pretty
pop.
nice. It is a bleach pop, but it's still only worth like $10.
Oh, it's worth $10. Some worth $10, some worth $15. When it's to lower the price down, it's a new pop. It's $15.
Really?
So yeah, I would say, without looking it up, I think you got the better box. If I'm being honest, like I am just gonna look at eBay sold really quick just to see where we're kind of at. I think they're all cool, but I would say she got some of the better ones. Like the Kaiju number 8 exclusive is good. I think we got the same amount of exclusive. Actually, I think you got one more exclusive than me. So exclusive wise, I think you did better. Okay, so like I was saying, over on eBay right now, for what it's
What you pull, that's how much it costs, 70 to 80 bucks. Or some are 65, depends. Cause when you put stuff on eBay or try to put 70 bucks, or if I want to get my money, I just put it down cheaper, like 65, so I like them. And I put shipping, because you would.
being listed, I am seeing Gabimaro chases around kind of the $70 range up to $100. And then the Dragon chase is actually around kind of 50 to 70 bucks. So technically she did get the better box with value wise. Not as always, you don't always win. We haven't done one of these in like a year. And I don't even know if you won the last one. So
always win.
cool your
I
jets.
am the
All right.
winner. I am the reigning champion, undefeated.
I'm gonna have to stat check that. I'm gonna have to stat check you.
Who are you even?
I'm not gonna lie, this video was actually shorter than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like closer to.
Rampage?
No.
Am I still a rampage?
No. Anyways, though, guys, I hope this gives you an idea of what you can kind of get in these boxes. I think there's some pretty valuable chases in there. If you end up pulling like a Gabimaro chase as well as a Dragon chase, you could sell that one if you don't need it for your collection and get most of your money back. I bought these two boxes with a 10% or 15% off coupon I got free from Funko in my email. I bought both boxes for 90 bucks after shipping and taxes and all that. So if I sell these, I pretty much get my money back and then some. Yeah. So if I sell all those for $10 each. So yeah. I would say there's definitely some value in this box. This is one of Funko's better boxes, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree with that. These are great pops. I don't personally collect all of the different kinds of anime.
And it was smart because normally people buy a lot of pops. Like you buy at least 6 to get a guaranteed chase from the Funko shop. So you're going to get stuck with 5 commons. And most people don't want to do that lately. A lot of people have just been going to eBay or, Whatnot or whatever other selling platform and just buying the chase. They spend $80, $90 on the chase because they don't
do that.
Yeah, Skittle One page have a Whatnot. So you can buy some Funko Pop.
They don't want to get stuck with like the $10 common to have to sell. So this way with this box, you do get one chase in value, you get it discounted, and they get rid of a lot of common stock, which is smart. What were you trying to say?
Not to yawn. Oh my goodness. I was going to ask, out of all of these pops, do you think any of them are worthy of staying for your collection?
No. I don't want any of these. Oh. I don't need any of these. I've dwindled down a lot on One Piece.
I kind of want Garp and Dragon, but kind of not Dragon because I want the chase.
I mean, I like the Dobby. Don't get me wrong. I think some of these have really great molds, but I just don't collect these sets.
The Dobby is iconic.
I think I have. What do you?
I don't remember.
Actually, I don't think I do, but I think I'd rather have the 1,000-Year Blood War one where he has the wings. And then I don't need the Dragon because I think it's simple. I think they can do better in the future when we see Dragon doing something really cool.
Yeah, but when will we?
I don't know. But I'm just saying, whenever that happens, I don't need... I'm not collecting Hell's Paradise. I didn't even finish the anime. Eventually, I'll go back and watch it maybe. No, it just wasn't really drawing me in. But I'm not saying it's not a cool chase. It's just... I just don't need some of these pops. I have the Muichiro chase already. I didn't watch Ranma. I didn't watch Tokyo Revengers. Like some of these I didn't fully watch. So I didn't watch Sakamoto Days. So I only watched a few episodes.
Agree. I don't watch any of their anime what they're talking about.
Of some of these. So I just don't really need the pops of something that I didn't fully watch is kind of my thought process. And then she's pretty picky with her collection too. So that's kind of where we land right now. We're being more picky and selective with what we collect, especially as we're moving soon. So I don't want to have we have to downsize a little bit moving into this new house just because of the way the structures, the house is structured. If we end up going with the house that we are looking at currently. Yeah. So those are just things we're, considering basically. But I'll probably put all of these in my next Whatnot show. I have one coming up on June 12th, actually. over at, I think it's gonna be at like 4 p.m. EST, 5 p.m., somewhere around that. But it's over on my page. I'll have a link down below. Sign up, get $15 free if you're a new user. And, you know, if you guys see a pop you want here, I'll probably have them on discount there, given, you know, they're everyday pops. Do you have anything else to say before we end off the video?
I do not, except for I did do a collection video finally over on his channel. Also, you'll have a laugh if you like One Piece because I messed up some names.
Oh yeah, and the bloopers. But yeah, it was a very fun video. Everybody who watched it really enjoyed it. It's almost like a 25-minute video, one of the longer videos I've done in a while. So I think you guys will have a lot of fun watching that and seeing more Bailey, seeing her collection. And then maybe when we move into the next house, I'll do a full collection tour. I haven't done one in a while, but yeah, it's like 1/3 gone right now. So, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna end off the video. She keeps yawning.
I keep yawning. I don't know why.
Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hit the like button down below if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think about Skittle Rampage open the anime mystery box with his wife? Will you get it? Yes or no? Maybe. Like, comment, share, see you in the next video. For me, I will not get the anime box. If they have the top of anime I like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, or My Hero, or Demon Slayer, I would get that set. Or any horror that I like, I will buy it. Or wrestling mystery box, I will buy it. Definitely. What else? Okay, I want to have Chef Monkey. Chef Monkey, what do you want to see? Alexis Blix or Amy Jones interview? Okay, all right. Let's do Amy Jones. Let me get a cough drop. Oh. Mm. All right. Let me get my arrow. If you know, um, Legacy Nerd did an interview with Amy Jones, the original Pink Ranger, and a con happened yesterday. Yeah, I'm gonna finish Chef Monkey. It's just 2 more videos and that's it. It'll be a short stream, and I'm gonna drop the link tonight if I still keep on doing 6. So let's continue. It is fair use. Let's continue with Amy Jones.
Out of curiosity, did you hear about the Power Rangers? Did you hear about the Disney Plus Power Rangers reboot that's in development? Welcome to Corpus Christi Comic Con. It's my first time today. Some of you guys, do you guys know who I am? I'm Daniel from Legacy and Nerd. You know, yeah, we got a couple. So I started off doing Power Rangers content when I first started becoming a content creator. It's been a couple of years now. I do other things as well now, but this is a big deal. Do you have any Power Rangers fans here?
I'm a big Power Ranger fan, especially the original 6. And Chef Maki went to this event to see Amy Jones. And he take pictures of Amy Jones.
Well, guys, I'm happy to bring to the stage. She's a legend. She's a Pink Ranger, but she's also a director and a writer. Everybody, give a round of applause for Amy Jo Johnson. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Corpus. How are you doing? How is Corpus been to you so far? Did you get it last night or did you this morning?
Last night,
Okay.
me and my daughter, we went to that little art festival thingy.
So I'm from San Antonio, so that part, do they do that every month? Every Friday.
First Friday.
Is it first Friday? Okay, is it like local artists and stuff?
Music and art.
Like a whole street. They were watching some game outside.
That's perfect.
Chef Maki, leave Amy alone.
That's awesome. Well, we were talking backstage, and I met you last year at San Diego Comic Con. We met briefly. You were promoting. They had the collected San Diego.
So talking about last year at San Diego Comic Con, Amy made that comic book, The Return, like the special collection, the heavy duty book. So
Edition of The Return, of Power Rangers Return. And first of all, what was it like coming back to Power Rangers and now writing a comic and making your own story with The Return?
So if anybody doesn't know, Power Rangers The Return is a comic book that I wrote with Matt Hudson. And what we did was sort of, actually me and Matt went back and watched.
I have the Return comic book, I think 3 out of the 5. So I'm missing 2, but I need to find it still.
All the episodes and figured out our jumping off point, which happened to be when the original team original Walter or Zach, Trini, and Jason left to go to some summit. Remember that?
Peace conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about the peace conference, one of that episode. So basically, they get replaced by Karen Ashley, Steve, and Johnny Young Bosch.
So that's sort of like the beginning of our return, not the beginning, but where we started writing from, is they came back. So the original team stays together, and basically the return is like where are they 30 years later? And there's new characters in there, and there's all kinds of stuff. I'm really not answering your question. So for people who didn't know, we wrote Power Rangers The Return. It's 4 issues. I'm quite proud of it. I think it's a pretty cool story. And so it was during COVID that we were just kind of, I had an idea for a TV series called the Pink Ranger series, but I know that getting a TV series off the ground is nearly impossible, very, very hard. So we decided to make it as a comic book. And so we pitched it to Boom Studios, and they really liked the idea. And so at the same time, Once and Always was happening as well. And I actually took the acting hat off maybe 15 years.
So basically, she wrote the comic book during one, the Netflix series, no, the special show. Once, you know what I'm talking about. And she wrote that comic book.
Years ago, so I really didn't want to put the suit back on. That's so stupid. Too old, the suit on, you guys. And so. So for me, my gesture to the franchise and to all of you guys was, because now I'm just writing and directing, was to write this comic book. And so that sort of was my love letter to the franchise.
Well, I had talked to your boyfriend at Alexis about it when it was coming out. I think I talked to him right after the she came out. I really enjoyed that book. That was a fun story. It was also a deeply emotional story because spoilers for the very first issue, you find out that Trinity has passed away, and that's kind of what's bringing everybody back together. And there's this malicious force in the background that is trying to mess things up, I guess you could say. But one thing, again, I don't want to use any spoilers in case anybody hasn't read. Has anybody read The Return out of curiosity? Yeah, awesome. I backed the Kickstarter, by the way. But it ended on a cliffhanger, actually a really big cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And
The White Ranger show. Yeah, in our series. I'm going to give a couple more spoilers if anybody kind of wants to read it. This might help. Tommy and Kimberly have a child, and her name is Olivia Hart, and she's one of our heroes in the series. And then
So basically, on her comic book, if you read it, that Tommy Oliver and Kimberly that have a daughter named Olivia. Remember, it's a different universe compared Tommy, Mary Cat have his son. So it's a different universe.
another big spoiler, I know I'm giving the biggest spoiler.
Hey, you're doing it, I'm not doing
I'm
it.
doing it because I want
You're the
people to
mom
read it.
here.
And then the other big spoiler is that Rita and Zed had a child, and her name is Selena. And she's the
Selena.
antagonist.
She just says Selena Corpus, just so you know. It was so cool because at the end of the story, you know.
Yeah, so Lorzette and Rita, that daughter. Remember the different universe? Remember Lorzette and Rita have a son in the Power Ranger Overdrive season? Once a Ranger. Different universe. Different from the comic books.
We see the White Ranger show, we have no idea who the White Ranger is, but
I do.
oh. But do you have, I know you know this, but do you have any more ideas to continue the story?
Me and Matt would love to continue the story. We've already actually come up with the story. We're ready to go. We know who the White Ranger is, and we'd love to do the sequel. We're literally just waiting for Boom Studios to greenlight it. So if you guys have read it and want to see who the White Ranger is and the next, section of the story, email Boom Studios.
Or give your comments on Instagram?
Go in the comments and say, where's the return? Where's the return?
Maybe want to see her do another Power Rangers
Don't say it.
movie?
Don't say it. Okay. Don't say it. Bombard them.
Just say any to not say anything. Have you seen the new reboot they did of the comic books that just came out like this week? So what they basically did was, it's 10 years since the Power Rangers disbanded and are back.
The original team?
The original team is back. And it kind of looks a little to your stuff, just a little bit.
Not as good.
So, well, one thing you've been doing more recently is directing. You talk about you took your acting hat off, you've been directing, and you directed Superman and Lois.
Yeah, I directed an episode also.
You've done some movies too, right?
And then I have.
So she directed Superman and Lois for Neververse. I didn't know that. Oh, that's something new.
A feature called The Space Between, which I don't know if anybody saw Flashpoint, but a lot of the cast in Flashpoint came out and were actors in my movie, which was super fun. And the movie's on my website if you wanted to check it out, which is amyjojohnson.com. You can watch the whole movie. And then I did my second feature film with Felicity Huffman.
Oh.
And I'm not in that one. I just directed that one. And that one's called Tammy's Always Done. And I think it's still on like Amazon Prime or wherever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was it like going from being an actress in front of the camera to being a director behind the camera?
I was finishing Flashpoint and I had this idea for a story. Real story, I wrote a screenplay called Crazier Than Me, which was about my mom, basically. And I had done a series with John Hamm, and I sent it to him, because I knew he was directing that at the time. And I was like, will you direct this? And he read it, and he wrote back, and he said, you direct it. And I was like, oh, I never even thought of that. And so I went, knowing I couldn't do a feature right off the bat, I did my first short film, and as soon as I stepped on set as the director, I was like, what have I been doing for the last 20 years? It was so much more fun. I feel like every part of my personality gets to be utilized as a director. I love it so much.
So like in more of a creative outlet for you as well?
More of a creative outlet, and then also, I'm not a control freak. I'm not. But, Michael Ironside is in the space between, it's a little personal, but my father was an alcoholic. And Michael Ironside is recovered alcoholic. And I was directing, and he's like, is your father an alcoholic? And I was like, yes, how do you know that? And he's like, children of alcoholics make really great directors.
Interesting.
I think it's going to have to be.
So Chef Monkey was saying that this was a good panel. Chef Monkey, do you went to that panel? Listen to Amy Jones?
Okay. Well, and what's the most recent thing you directed?
You guys really want to know about my dad being an alcoholic? Anyway, but it's okay. I get very personal in these things. But just
What's the most recent thing you directed?
Superman and Lois actually. So I have about 5 projects that I've written. I've been writing a lot that are in development right now.
Okay, without spoiling, what do you find yourself wanting to write more about right now? Like what type of genre or what type of story?
honestly, I'm realizing a lot of my themes are about a woman who is flatlined in her life, searching for relevancy, and she ends up sort of like breaking free and running from her life. I've realized a lot of the stories I'm writing right now. That's the theme. But a couple of them are thrillers, one's a romance, another one is a TV series pilot that is like a sexy romance.
That's fun.
It's so fun.
Out of curiosity, did you hear about the Power Rangers Disney Plus reboot that was had? Would you hear about the Disney Plus Power Rangers reboot that's in development?
So Legacy Nerd asked that, do you heard the new Power Ranger, the reboot coming for Disney Plus? Amy Jones said, of course. Yeah.
I would love to know more about that, and if it was something super cool, I would love to be considered as a director for it. I think that would be pretty cool too.
You see Amy Jones directed the new Power Ranger reboot? I would give her that job because she knows she's been in the Power Ranger series before, and she wrote, and she's the director and producer. I would give her that to help out the other two directing.
So just email them.
Disney
You
Plus.
guys have some homework.
So I know music is a really big part of your life, and was music your thing first, or was acting that happened first? What happened first, music or acting?
Instead of telling you about how amazing Toonby really is, why don't I just show you? Let's say we want a bee explaining the law of gravity. And boom, in 1 second, you have every.
I want to say both. Both at the same time. Honestly, when I was a kid, I just wanted to perform, and so I took piano lessons and I played guitar, but then I also acted in school plays. And when I first went to New York City to become whatever it was that I wanted to do, in the entertainment industry, which I didn't know what it was yet, I went to the I went to AMDA, American Music and Dramatic School. AMDA, American Musical and Dramatic Academy. And I did tap dancing, which I'm terrible at. And yeah, I did the whole rigmarole. It was like a musical theater school, and I was like, I don't know if this is for me. But then I drove across country to Los Angeles, and I got Power Rangers. It was like my first audition.
Oh, Power Rangers your first.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It was fun. I went there and I took a commercial acting class with Katie Wallens, and then she's the one who cast Power Rangers, and so she said you should come in for this.
And now go back a little back, you were saying that when you were a kid, you did like guitar and musical stuff as well. Well, obviously when I was a kid, I liked Power Rangers, but when you were a kid, what was some music you liked?
Oh, I love The Outsiders.
Okay.
Love that. Legends of Billie Jean. Anybody here? Right?
It was filmed here.
Shut up.
Yes.
Are you serious? That looks so familiar. Is it really?
Yes.
I love that movie. I watched that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, I shaved my head everywhere. My sister shaved her entire head. Right? Was it Pat Benatar? That's all? Oh,
Now you have to go like that around.
Helen Slater, I did a Comic-Con with her like 3 shows ago. She was there.
She was at our first Corpus Christi Comic Con.
Yeah.
Really?
She was one of our first guests ever.
Love that movie.
And then you directed Superman Willis, so good mentioning that.
And then another one I love is pop in my head. Was Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
What is that about?
Yeah, that was with Sarah Jessica Parker. And actually, Shannon Doherty was in it. She played a little girl in it. It's a great movie. The girl, Sarah Jessica Parker, would sneak out her window. I started doing that. That was fun.
Now what things are you listening to now? What is on your station? What do you watch? What do you listen to?
sometimes don't you just go on the TV and you can't find anything? It's just so emotional. Recently, I just got into Ted Lasso, and I hadn't really seen that, and I find it really funny but poignant and touching at the same time. Shrinking as well. I love a show that makes me laugh and cry at the same time.
The Lawrence show. That's funny because I met some of the actresses and actors in that show. They said he's
Shrinking?
or Ted Lasso.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, okay. Real quick, just want to say if anybody has any questions, please feel free to line up right here, and we'll get to those in a second. But one thing that kind of came out recently, obviously, I'm heavy into Tyler.
So now the fans are gonna ask question to Amy Jones. I just want to know, Chipmunk, do you ask her questions?
Stuff was that there was like four versions of the original pilot that was filmed. Do you or maybe edited together a film? Do you remember that, or did you start filming that one first pilot and then the second one here?
I don't remember the report, but I remember filming the first pilot with Audrey, who played the Yellow Ranger, and then she came on board, and Audrey was let go, and we refilmed all the scenes with Chewie. They may have been edited a bunch of times. Did we really shoot it?
So what I was looking at was there was that original pilot that you had, and I think you roundhouse kick Bulk, and there was a girl bully there, and they said that first cut was too violent, and so I don't. Then I saw the
I
second.
think it was too violent.
I think your kid was too violent, and then two like Bulk was too mean, or like the bullies were too mean, like not funny.
You know what? We probably shot a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or just
I mean,
protecting.
it was my first gig as an actress. Honestly, I would like up for anything. And the show didn't air for an entire year after we shot. So, we didn't know the show was going to be popular for an entire year until it was aired. So we're just in the kitchen.
Now, one thing I was curious about is because you see a lot of the actors from Power specifically, well, because you guys were kind of like that experimental, what they're going to do, and they eventually get into like a machine, right? But like a lot of the actors look back on Power Rangers and they say like either they learned a lot or they didn't necessarily have a fun time on set. How do you look back at that, especially as a whole? What do you think about your time on Power Rangers?
Oh, I am so grateful and appreciate my time on Power Rangers. It was my first gig. I feel like it was almost like my college or my university in a lot of ways. Like I really learned how to be on set, I learned etiquette, I learned how to hit a mark. I don't know if I learned much about acting, but that was a joke. But and the friendships, like Davy Jost is still one of my best friends in the whole world. I was so close with it. Like, it was a really great time in my life. And when I left on such good terms. I had gotten to a point where I was like, okay, I'm ready to actually get out there and try to get other roles. And so I asked if I could leave. And my producer at the time, she said, come do the movie and do like 15 other episodes. And would you do Susie Q? And here's your gift soon to talk. Like, I had the best exits ever.
You get two movies to leave. You're like, okay, you can go. Two features, you're good.
And then I came back to Turbo after I left for a year, and it was so hard to get another job after Power Rangers because the industry didn't take us seriously. So I really focused on acting classes and plays, and after a year of not working.
She's talking about her career when she started in Power Rangers. That she have a good turn and she returned to the Power Ranger Turbo movie. After that, she taking more into like acting school, more stuff. Then she did Flashpoint.
They came and they said, do you want to come back a turbo? And I was like, sure. And I went back, and then it was right after that I got put in this turbo.
We'll take our first question. Please say your name.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline. I'm a huge fan of yours. I wanted to know, other than wearing the helmet, what was the biggest challenge for you filming? I know that it was very uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, talk about when they're wearing the helmet. I'll feel uncomfortable wearing it, but it's hard to breathe on it. Even the Hasbro helmet, I can 1 minute I can't breathe. I have to take it off. So how they do it, I don't know.
What was the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge. There were really long hours. We worked 6 days a week. And
Dang, they work for 6 days filming Power Rangers.
and it was non-union, so a few times there was some safety issues happening that were a little precarious. But other than that, like I said, I was like what, 20 years old and just super excited to be on the set with the camera and making stuff.
What did you say? A tweet was always a purchase?
She was always very she was very active.
Thank you.
Say your name.
My name is Genesis. I was gonna ask you and Audrey, were y'all friends on the set?
I barely remember Audrey. Is it Audrey or Audrey? Audrey. I barely remember her. Like I remember us getting the show.
Oh, talking about Audrey the Ball, the one Latina woman. They did the pilot and she asked for more money and they fired her and we got 20 Trump. 20.
I remember shoot. I don't remember shooting. I only remember shooting. Honestly.
Because no one's going to remember her because she only shot one pilot, but everybody know who Trinity is.
Can't remember. David Yost is the best memory ever. I'm sure he has specific stories. I don't remember that.
Hi, my name is Jason from SPOTV.net. If any of y'all want to see this panel after, you can check out youtube.com/SPOTV. I was curious, what were your first impressions of the show when you first got it? It's kind of a wild show, a wild premise. What did you think?
I thought, okay, I'm gonna invite all my friends over to my apartment and we're all gonna watch it. And I was so proud, so excited, and it finished and they all were like, oh, good job. It was so weird.
It's wild, yeah.
It's the weirdest thing ever, especially at the time, being 20 years old in my first date. Who was the monster in the dumpster one?
Rita,
Rita, was it Eye Guy? Oh, it's just hold on. Anyway, it was like, what is this? It reminded me of Puffin stuff. Puffin stuff, right? It was weird.
it was wild, yeah.
Yeah.
But hey,
I think
all of us
people
as
were
kids, we
smoking
love
pot. So
that.
it's irrelevant. It's good,
Have you heard some of that standing tried to bring it to the United States first before?
yeah, that was cool. I don't know
I
if
was
it
glad
was
the same exact reaction when your friend said.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cooper.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hey, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Ernie. So a Felicity question.
Okay.
In the season 2.
Oh, this is Chef Matthew now. Accent the question. Dang, Chef Matthew. I know you because that's your voice. What Chef Matthew had to say to Amy Jones?
Halloween episode, there's a pink Power Ranger costume. Was that a nod to you? Did you know
I think it was J.J. Abrams doing a nod to the audience, like going, it was a nod to me for sure, but Pink Ranger, and he planted that in there just because he thought it was funny.
Awesome. What do you think about it?
Huh?
What do you think about when you saw it?
Oh, when we were shooting it, and I was like, oh, wow, that's so funny.
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Ricardo. I'm 11 years old, and my question is, looking back now, what did your 22-year-old self see in Kimberly that you have a different perspective now?
What did my 20-year-old self see at 22? What did I think about Kimberly?
What if you could make a song using only your voice? Let's start with the drums.
I'm so engaged honestly, so when I got the part, I was so surprised because I had this friend named Sunny, who to me was Kimberly. I don't know why. She had blonde hair. In my head, that's who Kimberly was. So when I got the part, I guess I was kind of into.
So asked her how'd she get the part as being Kimberly, and Amy Jo said, "I think about Kimberly with like a white girl with blonde hair, you know."
Kid. So I was just kind of like, oh, really? I'm the role, and it took me a minute to sort of grow into feeling like I was Kimberly. I don't know if that makes any sense. The same thing, has anybody seen Flashpoint? So when I got, it was a cop show I did in Canada, and I was a sniper, and I had this big gun, and I remember I was pregnant with Francesca, my daughter. When I got the role, and I didn't feel like Jules Callahan, kind of the same thing. Like I didn't feel like the superhero, it was Kimberly. I didn't feel like Jules Callahan, the sniper. And I remember the producer, I was like, and she's like, fake it till you make it. And so I faked it. And then honestly, with Flashpoint, I feel like is where I actually finally found my confidence as a person. Since doing playing the role of Jules Callahan.
I never watched her show Flashpoint, but I need to watch it.
Thanks so much.
Did you like my answer? Too much.
Hi there, my name is Tim. I want to ask about going from the transition from the TV show to the movie in '95. What was kind of the biggest change from that? And do you feel like there was anything lost from the small budget to the bigger budget production?
It was very exciting as an actor to go from our little TV show to fly to Australia for a $35 million budget of a movie with these giant toys that they were cranes, and like just being on the set of a big budget film at that time was really exciting. In hindsight, or I think as the movie came out, I think a lot of people thought, and us as well, just realized like there was something so special about the TV show that I think was lost a bit within the movie. It being so big, and the costumes weren't very comfortable.
Did you have extensive reshoots on the movie?
Extensive. We were in Australia for over 6 months because we had a different Dulcia, Mariska Hargitay, and then she left, and our other Dulcia came out, so we had to reshoot all that. And then I think they changed the script a bit, and then we were stuck there over Christmas, so we had to shoot Power Ranger episodes. And we were there forever. It was so fun.
Do you remember anything from those original filmings that didn't make it to the movie or different platforms?
I remember working with Mariska a lot. I thought she was awesome. I don't remember the specific scenes, but I just remember she was a pretty cool lady.
We heard a lot that they did the visorless. They're trying to do.
Oh yeah, we did do visors, and that was weird. You could like see through it, and it was it wasn't fun.
Was it the visor and mouthpiece, or just the visor?
Yeah, ask the actors.
I think yes.
Maybe you remember.
Thank you.
wondering about the comic book you mentioned. Would you ever want to see that turned into an animated series? And if it does, would you want to be a part of that? The comic book return? Yeah, I think it would. I think it would lend itself to an animated series so well. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Would you want a voice?
I would.
Yeah?
Yeah, I want to see that.
So one of the Christian, yeah, Chef, I forgot. So one of the questions that if her book of the return turned to an animated series, I will watch it and ask her, will you do a voice over it, like voice acting? That'd be great. And have Johnny Young Bosch there play Adam. That'd be a great idea. But we don't have Jason David Frank there. But I know we can get, audio if we do it an animated series. That'd be great. Can they do the audio for I said once and always. I mean, once and always, the Netflix special. That'd be great.
Who do we email?
Or just go on their Instagram. I guess that's
You should email Johnny Young Bosch.
easier. Where do you find Blue's email anyway?
Yeah, I think Instagram is easy.
Hi, my name is Alexis. I have, well, how can I word this? Like from the original cast, while not filming, what would you say was the most memorable memory with them interacting with them? And like, did you get along with some more than others?
I think we all got along really well. Some of my most vivid memories are definitely at JDF. Lots of them. A lot of the fight scenes and stuff, for me, I was
Like your memory is more based on JDF, Jason David Frank, Tommy Oliver. Could they have a strong connection together?
gymnast, and then Jason would really help, along with the stunt team, of choreographing like back handsprings and kicks and stuff. So it was really creative and fun making up those fight scenes. I remember all that very vividly. And then I remember one of my favorite stories is Jason decided to buy a limo in like the second year. I don't know if you guys ever heard this story, but he literally bought a limo and he had our security guard Junior drive him around. And every time he got really back, his Junior showed up in shorts. He didn't like that. But he would park the limo in his front yard. That's so funny.
That is hilarious.
That's so Jason.
Like a little outside the apartment complex.
Junior would drive.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nikki. Did you by any chance keep any props from the original show?
No. I didn't. I remember I had a boyfriend. He was a rep on the show, and he actually one night all
So one of the questions I asked, did you get any prop for the show? And she said no.
the reps went into the costume room and wore that costumes and ran around the stages. I think he was the Blue Ranger, and they all got fired. Gonzo, let's say, all of them.
Because I heard a lot that they had to make rules because of JDF and how he just.
JDF is probably good now. But he didn't get fired. Jason, I think, had a lot of stuff.
I've seen some of this stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't take anything. I took my coin from the movie. I have that.
You took his whole suit.
Yeah, Jason David Frank took the whole suit. I'm grabbing that, grab that. So I'm taking it.
What do you
Oh, I know. It's not that anymore. It was like this one outfit. This was like a pink, flowery thing that I wore for years.
Very nice.
It's gone now. I'm like getting a drawer somewhere.
Thank you.
So, my name is Sixto. I wanted to ask you, what's one piece of advice for someone who wants to get into creating?
Into any aspect?
Yeah, like filming.
Filmmaking. Is that you? Like writing, directing? Huh? Directing. I guess my advice is so hard. No, I'm just kidding. It is really hard. Short films. Write a short film, go get your friends and shoot a short film. And make it under 10 minutes, because festivals don't like longer than that. They like to program shorts together. But then do a short film. Have you done any?
Yes.
Oh, you've done short films. So you know.
So to start, I will work on the. She said you have to work on short form for film, like 10 minutes. Okay, don't make it longer. But it's good you practice short film first, then make it like a toddler movie.
So, what kind of advice do you
So for someone in your caliber, because in your age, it's like you have a lot of experience that I don't have. So I just want to hear something that you have.
You know what? I find it the hardest business in the entire world. So it's kind of like perseverance, and it's heartbreaking most of the time. And so just to like, that's just part of it. So just don't get discouraged, because it'll be out the week anyway.
Here it is. Hi there, Tim again. To find me a piece of role, I think feels really great right there. Like you obviously stay in shape. I want to ask about your workout routine back in the day.
Wait, that's a little personal here.
Leave baby alone. What doesn't matter what you. Just kidding. So talk about, like people take their like physical health very important, how to get in shape, everything.
We were working 6 days a week, choreographing our stunts. I was a gymnast, David Gross was a gymnast. So we just brought that to the table. I don't remember going to the gym except for right before the movie. I remember working out with the trainer before the film. Other than that, I think it was just working out on set.
Yeah. So did they have like an on-set trainer for you guys? Or?
We had a stunt coordinator.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Now, I wanted to talk about, did you start doing short films when you started making your own stuff?
Yeah, I have 4 short films that I did, and then I did my first feature, Space Century.
And did you run the Russell circuit? Is that which one did you do?
Tammy Always Dying was at TIFF.
Okay.
The Space Between did a bunch of festivals, but also what me and Jessica did, my producing partner. We did an Indiegogo to raise money for the film, and then we did this contest where we had people sort of apply to bring a film to their hometown. And we went on this really cool grassroots tour across the US where we screened the movie at like 20 different theaters. And we had fans of the film and the Power Rangers, whatever, like host us in their hometown. It was so fun.
creativity of you in a Pink Ranger suit seems.
Busted.
What was that?
I was busted yeah, that was for the space between.
Okay, so that was related to.
Yeah, I did put up the suit on when I was 42 years old, maybe 43, maybe even 45. But anyway, it was in Dundas Square, Toronto, which is basically the Times Square of Toronto. And I put a suit on, and I put my guitar, and David, was it Jason or David Yost dared me to do it? Anyway, and I bust. My suit.
So I see you on actually live. You go on early in the mornings and you like play your piano, play your guitar and stuff like that. What inspires you as far as music goes? Like, what is something that drives you and motivates you to continue to create music and stuff?
So music has always been to me a cathartic outlet. When I rotated around my house a lot, and I've always kept music and playing piano, never pursuing it to become a rock star or to make a living out of it. It just purely, it's a place where I can go and promote. I write usually sad songs, and so sometimes I'm inspired to sing, sit down at my piano, and I just turn on my IG Live, and it's more fun to have people watching. So I just, I don't know, like every now and then I just feel like, yeah.
Do you ever like workshop with your audience a little bit? Just kind of like stuff.
On the IG, there's no response, right? So I'm just doing it. But I used to play out all the time. When I was in Los Angeles, I played gigs all over LA. Not, but in years.
Yes, hi, Marcus is my name. Forgive me, I'm trying not to like enter fangirl right now because I'm like losing my mind right now. But no, I really want to ask because I'm kind of in the entertainment business myself. How does it feel after all these years? Because I know for a lot of us we're in like our late 30s, 40s and all that stuff. You know, we love this stuff growing up, and I'm sure my parents still have post-match Christmas orders from all those Christmases and birthdays for Power Rangers toys and all that stuff. How does it feel to really still like be beloved and inspire an entire generation still, even after all this time? Because I figured fame can be overwhelming at times, I would think, and I've met David Yost, I met Paul Schreier, I met Jason Artie, all are just like great people. So how does it feel to still be not so much known, but just really, really beloved in the eyes of the fans?
I am so appreciative, and I feel like it's one of the biggest blessings in my life. I think in my 20s, fame or being recognized really scared me. And one of the reasons why I left Los Angeles, and that's why I acted for in a lot of ways, and moved my way to Canada. But then I ended up getting a series called Flashpoint there. It was a different experience. And then it wasn't until I would say after Flashpoint, maybe 10 years ago or so, is when I did my first convention. I hadn't done any. The other Rangers had been doing them for years. And then Jason finally kind of convinced me to come. And then I was like, oh my goodness, like, wow. Like all these kids are now adults, and just the stories and the love, and it's been really wild. And kind of really cool for my daughter. To think of kind of cool.
Yes.
I don't know if she thinks I'm cool, but she's kind of cool. I bring her to the convention, she's a little bit shocked. Which is kind of fun.
It was a big deal. It's a big deal.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. I think it's, like I said, like this blessing in my life that I had no idea when I was doing this kid show. It was my first gig as an actor 35 years ago, that 35 years later, the love and support and how much we were affected by the character I was playing.
That's what I told, I think I told you, is you're the biggest reason we had a great and awesome childhood, because not everyone was that lucky.
What if you could use these artists in your YouTube videos? With Licked Unlimited, you can.
Thank you.
Have you ever sat down and watched Power Rangers with your brother?
I tried.
I got it.
I remember showing her an episode, I think she was like 7, and I remember she jumped up on the chair and then did a kid. And I was like, yeah, she's gonna love it. And then she's impressed for 2 seconds.
So you know,
So Amy Jo showed her daughter about she was in Power Ranger. I go, yeah, I'm gonna let my daughter watch it. See young mummy and her friend. I go,
was Felicity right after Turbo? Where did Felicity fall in?
So Power Rangers didn't work for you, did Turbo, then you got King and Mr. Griffin, and Michelle Williams, and Mario Lopez, and then I did Perfect Body.
That one was Jason Martin? Which one was Jason Martin?
Oh, that was later, that was Interstate
Yeah.
60 or something. And then after Perfect Body, I got Felicity, and then I did Sweetwater, and then I did The Division, and a bunch of stuff. And then really the last one I did was Flashpoint, but I did do like 8 episodes of Code.
Well, I was kind of thinking, when we got to Felicity, that was a really major.
So Amy Jo talked about her career, what she did first, Power Ranger, Turbo, Flashpoint, some other movies, other shows.
Network show, right? And I was really a big fan at the time. What was it like going from where people kind of remember you as Power Rangers, if you want to pitch you going to adult drama?
Yeah, it's kind of like graduating it, and it was really good for. I worked really hard to get there. Like I took a lot of acting classes, did a lot of plays, and I didn't focus on the career. I focused on the craft, and I felt like that paid off. And that was always my advice to young, aspiring actors. Because all the friends I had who focused on the business aspect never did it. It was like I feel like if you focus on the craft and the art of something, then the rest will follow. Yeah.
So, what do you remember from that time being on Felicity?
You know what, at the same time, it was a very personal hard time for me because my mom passed away within the first season. So while the biggest thing that had ever happened to me, one of the probably most profound sad thing was happening to me at the same time. So there's this real dichotomy happening, and I ended up asking JJ and Matt if I could leave after the second season because I was kind of losing my mind. I felt like I was falling apart. And they said yes, kind of the same thing when I left Power Rangers. They said 15 more episodes and a beautiful piece of guitar. Two guitars. And
Are you serious? You got a guitar for Felicity also?
yeah, everybody signed it. The whole crew, cast, everybody. It's a beautiful, giant, gold guitar.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. And then I just kind of like fell apart, and I recorded the Trans-American Treatment, which is one of the albums, in Chicago. And then they got me back for the last 8 episodes. So it was kind of it was cool.
And then you're saying, because I heard a couple of things, you were in with James Marsden and Gary Oldman. Yeah, what was that? That was a wild movie.
It was a wild movie. It was a wild part. I don't know if I could have seen that, but I don't even know.
But especially seeing like where like Gary Oldman is talking about that.
Oh yeah, he was already there at the time, and I was just like, oh my god, I haven't seen him. And it's one of my most favorite acting moments in my life because we finished the tape. Bob Gale was the director of that movie. He was one of the writers of Back to the Future. Yeah. Anyway, finished the tape. He gave me direction, and then Mary Owen moved over and told me not to forget my mistakes. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
And then that night, I remember I was in my hotel room, and I was like, I'm gonna go eat dinner. And I walked down and I walked into the big giant restaurant, and there was Gary sitting all by himself. He's like, I just went over and I had steaks with Gary Owen.
That's awesome. Well, we're running out of time here, guys. You know what? We have like one question. You have one question? Make it quick. Make it quick.
Joel, 2 quick questions. One, what are the odds of you coming back? Because we love that. What are the odds of you coming back? That would be awesome.
as well.
Here, to the camera.
Oh, thank God.
Now we want you to do Pink Ranger now. Pink Ranger now.
And the second, on the next Zoom read, can you show that guitar? Because I really want to see it. The JJ guitar? Yeah. Everybody signed it?
Yeah, it's at my house.
Yeah. Do it for me.
Yeah, and everybody's like it.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
See it.
Yeah.
Sign it.
And yeah, for sure, I would come back.
Do you have any last words for our guests?
Just nice to meet you guys.
You guys are going, everyone, use those times.
So, what do you think about Legacy Nerd interview Amy Jones? Do you like it? Is the people asking question really good? Like, comment, share. See you in the next video. Peace. All right, Chef Mark, I know you're tired. Go to bed. Remember, leave Amy alone in your dreams too. Just kidding. So yeah, good night, bud. I think I will end it with Scream 6 and call it a night for me. If you know that Scream 6 is one of my favorite top 3 of the Scream franchise, and let's listen to me explain the background and talking about Scream 6 and its fair use. Take it, James.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Scream 6, released in 2023. Scream 6 takes Ghostface to uncharted territory, the streets of New York City. We follow our survivors from the previous film as they navigate college, young love, and of course, another Ghostface. Scream has long been the rare horror franchise that relies on continuity of its protagonists rather than its villains. Scream 6 continues that trend with the new characters, who were enjoyable in Scream 5, but didn't always have a whole lot to do. It helps that returning screenwriters James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick were able to better tailor the characters to their actors based on their previous performances. The new crew is also able to make a name for themselves since there's a lessened focus on Scream's legacy characters. Gail Weathers is still running around, but Dewey's not for obvious reasons, and for unfortunate reasons, Sydney ain't here either. Without those three taking up significant screen time, the core four of Woodsboro really gets a chance to shine. The new location and focus on new characters are accompanied by a tonal shift as well. Returning directors Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette of Radio Silence said they wanted to make Scream 6 a secret action movie. They heard the complaints about there not being any chase scenes in Scream 5, so they delivered a heap of them here, all choreographed spectacularly and full of suspense. You can really feel the influence of other horror action sequels like Aliens and the urban set Predator 2. Despite Scream 6 being the most unique film,
Yeah, Scream 6 is much better than Scream 5. Cause a lot of people complaining that there's no a lot of running. It's more like action. But this is really good. Scream 6. I like.
of the series, it still maintains the franchise's self-awareness we know and love. It echoes Scream 2 in a lot of ways, appropriate since Scream 5 often rehashed the first film, and features more continuity.
Yeah, Scream 5 is more like Scream 1, and Scream 6 especially same thing to Scream 2.
nudity check marks for the series than ever before, with multiple detailed walks down memory lane. As with Scream 5, I can't be objective about this movie since it was made by my friends. Hell, Chelsea and I even have a special thanks in the credits. But I honestly believe Scream 6 continues the trend of there being no such thing as a bad Scream film. Will Ghostface... Trouble! Oh no, Editor Sarah!
You didn't see nothing.
Fiona? Wow, the Ghostface costume really adds a few inches.
Oh man, how'd you know it was me?
Dude, I can smell you. You've been rocking the same fragrance since you started here.
Damn it. The bottle's just so big it takes forever to get through.
I've been there, but what you need is today's sponsor, Scentbird. Scentbird is a monthly subscription that lets you choose up to 3 travel-sized fragrances every month. So now you can experiment with new scents all the time, letting you tailor how you smell to the occasion.
It would be nice to have a different scent for social nights and murder nights.
And Scentbird has tons of fragrances to choose, from designers like Prada and Gucci to smaller brands like Confessions of a Rebel.
Any scents you recommend?
Oh yeah, totally. I've been enjoying Heretic Pistol Whip. It has hints of pink pepper, bergamot, and gardenia, and it's great for when I want to feel all fancy. And House of Bose Lamar has Arabian jasmine and coconut that's perfect for a relaxed summer vibe.
Wow, thanks, James.
Jane want to be fancy with the cologne. Ooh, James.
So, think you got any scents to cover up the smell of this body?
No. And we have this all on camera, so you should probably run.
Fair enough.
US and Canadian viewers can try Scentbird for themselves with our code DEADMEAT55 for 55% off. That's just over $7 off for your first month. Will Ghostface take Manhattan with the gusto of a Voorhees? Let's find out and get to the kills.
And so now that I got the sketch on paper, I can basically just take a photo of that. And now, lower opacity.
The movie begins, as always, with a phone call, but this time it's at a trendy New York restaurant. College professor Laura Crane is waiting for a date here at Maybe Dorsia. She's played by Samara Weaving, a 4-time kill count vet who previously worked with Radio Silence on Ready or Not. I love...
Oh, Ready or Not. I know they make part 2 already. So, this movie was out like 3 years ago. Scream.
Seeing her cast in a Scream movie, then got so sad when I realized it was for the opening scene. Laura teaches a class about slashers and is immediately endearing as a self-aware film nerd.
But out of those cliches comes an opportunity for outsider art. A voice for the voice.
The voice of the voiceless. I remember watching Scream 6 at the movie theater. Me and a couple of my friends that love Screams. And I got a popcorn bucket of Ghostface.
Plus, you might say.
It's also great that Weaving gets to speak in her native Australian accent here. I don't hear that from her a lot. Her date Reggie babbles on.
So she's from Australia, mate. Cool. She's from Australia.
Claiming to be lost, so she walks outside to give him directions. Ironic, since Reggie's picture is one of the men directing her, Matt Bettinelli Open. The increasingly suspicious date lures her towards an alleyway, looking for the restaurant by color.
I'm not seeing anything red here.
You sure, dude? Because Scarlett's standing right there. With a click of a voice changer, Roger L. Jackson returns to growl again.
The worst part is, you teach a class about slashers, and you still walked into a dark alley.
Just like her psycho namesake, Laura Crane is given an early out when Ghostface leaps out to gut her like a catfish. It's a seriously brutal stabbing, helped along by Weaving's always impressive Banshee scream. Ghostface ends the kill with a quip.
Now I see something red.
And ushers in a title car. Wait, what? Hold up, the movie's still going. Are we supposed to be seeing this? Yo!
Yo. I thought it would be a title, with a title car, but something new because they change it. That was surprised me too.
What? I don't think we're supposed to be seeing this. In an awesome twist on the formula, we see Ghostface's identity right away as he packs up his suit like a Spider-Man, or like he's his hero, Spider-Man. This is Jason Carvey, one of Laura's...
So Jesse Corey, I met him already. I have an autograph, and he's in Spider-Man with the Tom Holland.
film students and a classmate of Tara's at the fictional Blackmore University. Tara's costume here is a reference to Radio
Silent.
Silence's segment in VHS. Her pirate is paired with a nanny cam and a marine, just like their costumes in that delightful short. Jason is a horror film bro, rocking a shirt with a Mario Bava title on it and living in a dope apartment decked out with everything from Hitchcock to Ice Nine Kills. He keeps a closet shrine devoted to his favorite series, Stab, which is probably why he took pleasure killing his film professor.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Not that one.
Jason watches his namesake take Manhattan and checks in with Greg, his partner in crime and also possibly in romance. The two of them plan on killing the Carpenter sisters in honor of Richie Kirsch, who helped mastermind the last movie's massacre. For practice, Jason killed Laura ahead of schedule, but for some reason, Greg doesn't seem to mind.
I'm not mad, Jason.
Dude, we said we wouldn't use the voice on each other.
Probably because this isn't Greg at all, since Jason finds Greg pulling a Mrs. Voorhees all dismembered in the fridge. It's a big boost in gore for the franchise. Jason follows in his dead friend's footsteps when he gets Grey done in by a backstab, followed by more than 10 stabs to the stomach that leave his guts hanging out. Holy shit. The movie's actual Ghostface doesn't care about horror movies, but is still courteous enough to deliver us a title card. There it is. It's Hollow Weekend in the Big Apple, and Sam's spending it with Dr.
I never met him, but I met Sam already.
Stone, the world's worst therapist. He's played by Henry Czerny, another Ready or Not alum. Despite seeing him for a year, Sam only reveals her...
Yeah, I met Melissa Barrera, played as Sam. She has the biggest line. I met her like 2 years ago.
bonkers backstory now with a recap of the previous film.
I stabbed him 22 times and slit his throat.
The reveal of this violence rocks Stone to the core, with Sam seeming to relish the revenge.
It felt right.
The doc declares her case mission impossible, saying she's a clear and present danger to herself and others. Sam returns home to her wall of locks, having learned a lesson in safety just like Scream 3's Sidney Prescott. Sidney Presslocks! She inadvertently interrupts her roommate Quinn in the middle of her latest lovemaking.
Is that Paul?
Who the fuck is... Tara also lives here, but right now she's out monster.
I need to get Jenna Ortega autograph.
Mashing at a frat party. It's actually a Greek life mixer between Omega Beta Zeta and Omega Kappa Beta, which were Cece's sorority and Derek's fraternity in Scream 2. A party scene's the perfect place to meet a new friend group. So here's Mindy's new girlfriend Annika and Chad's new roommate Ethan. Tara makes a new friend too.
I'm Frankie.
Frankie say relax with him upstairs in his room, but before a tipsy Tara can show him her Sunday undies, Chad intervenes on her behalf. The situation escalates and Sam shows up out of nowhere, then shuts it down by tasing Frankie's furter. Tara is pissed at Sam for always being so overprotective.
You're out of my life for 5 years, and then you can't leave me alone for 5 minutes.
She doesn't want to let the last movie's events define her for the rest of her life.
I'm gonna keep going to college, I'm gonna get my degree, and I'm gonna live my life. My life.
Unfortunately for Sam, she's not given a choice in that matter, as illustrated by a drive-by soda soaking.
Murderer!
Sam's status as a junior Loomis has made her the target of online rumors. They accuse her of being the real Woodsboro murderer, like her dad was, and framing Richie and Amber. Fucking Reddit. Back at the apartment, Sam's all broody until she sees her booty call Danny Brackett, named after the Halloween character Annie Brackett. Danny lives in an apartment across the way from Sam's and has been her hush-hush hookup for a while. Better that than a relationship that hasn't even started yet. Looking at you, Chad and Tara, in this romance.
Yeah, I need to get Chad autograph still.
I did not predict. The first pass gets cocked up with a cock block by Quinn. The cock pop.
Yeah, I got Quinn autograph already.
Positive cock whisperer.
Stop saying the word cock.
Oh, sorry. Chad leaves, but don't worry, man. Tara gonna get you. Everyone gathers for a cast meeting since news just broke about the murders from the opening. Tara doesn't think it has anything to do with them, which is, you know, a bit too optimistic. Especially since they get a call from the ghost face with the most bass.
Hello, Samantha.
Ghostface says Jason and Greg had to die to clear the way for something more personal.
I'm going to show the world who you really are, a liar and a killer. I'm going to punish you, Sam.
He tries to cut in early, but he's defeated once again by a dastardly bicycle, the one true weakness of ghost faces. The sisters run inside a bodega that a later shot shows is called Apes.
In New York, they went to I went to New York before, but I didn't know what the location was. But they call it a bodega in New York, like a market.
Snake. It's a reference to Wes Craven's pseudonym when he directed adult films in the 1970s. The idea came from Ice Nine Kills' Spencer Charnas, who met Radio Silence at our wedding. Ghostface follows the Carpenters inside, where a customer says, "You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us." Ghostface aerates the guy right in the middle of the store, then murders a bald bodega boy who tries to butt in. A boomstick sends Ghostface in retreat. Shop smart. Shop Abe Snake. The owner tries to toss Tara keys, but he's ambushed by Ghostface, who steals his shotgun and finishes him off as he cries for help. Wait! No! Damn, that's cold.
That's the first time we see Ghostface with the weapon, with the firearm. Before you carry, like we see him with the knife.
The bodega attack occurs early in the film to establish a new tone for a new city. While previous Screams had attacks in isolated houses, Scream 6 brings the danger to public spaces, where even crowds of people can't save you. The shift in tone matches a shift in camera lenses, courtesy of returning director of photography Brett Jukowitz. While every other Scream was shot on anamorphic lenses, Jukowitz shot Scream 6 on spherical lenses for a more gritty, realistic look. We get an excellent suspense sequence with some great suit performing from Ghostface here. The subtle movements really add to the tension. Tara and Sam are forced to crawl their way to the front of the store, where they beat the Ghostess with Hostess by burying him beneath a snack rack. They escape right as the cops arrive, but Ghostface disappears, leaving only a mask behind. The sisters are questioned by Detective Bailey, who's actually the father of their roommate Quinn. He's a helicopter dad who transferred to the NYPD to watch over Quinn after the death of her brother. He says they found a Ghostface mask at Jason and Greg's apartment, with DNA belonging to
Detective Bailey, I met him already. So I got his autograph and picture.
Richie Kirsch, one of the killers from Scream 5.
Yeah, I need to get Richie Kirsch autograph still.
It's a different mask than the one left at the bodega just now. That one has DNA traces of Charlie Walker and Jill Roberts, the Ghostface killers from Scream 4. Speaking of Scream 4, the FBI agent here to help is none other than Kirby Reed. Fuck yeah! Kirby survived her Scream 4 stabbing, as revealed in a Scream 5 Easter egg, and now she's here in the flesh to help her fellow Scream Queens.
We share a certain history.
Yeah, I'm gonna see her pretty soon. I love Kirby. She's a great. I forgot the actor name, but she's a great actor, and I need to see her, get her autograph. Last time she's supposed to be in LA Comic Con, but she canceled it because she's doing in a movie or doing work. So hope she don't cancel. But she's hard to get her autograph, so.
Hayden Panettiere said she was nervous returning to the role since she was coming back from a 4-year break from acting. You did great, hey! Since she's technically a suspect, this Carpenter can't escape from New York, so she's stuck dealing with the police and media, including Gale Weathers wearing yet another prismatic pantsuit. Despite their bonding in the previous film, Gale is once again on the outs with our main characters.
Nice try, sweetie, but I've done this dance before.
Oh! Nice try, sweetie, but I've done this dance before. Bam! Bitch went down. Tara, super bitch. Gale's getting her Scream 1 and also Scream 2 treatment here because it turns out she reverted to her dirt now writing habits with a book about Sam and her slasher daddy.
You called me unstable.
Yeah, get with her. I need to get her autograph. And she's the hard one too.
And a born killer.
Damn it, Gale, what happened to the Dewey book you promised? Where's the Dewey book, Gale? Gale takes a beat to a...
Yeah, I want to know where's the Dewey book, Gale. Even Cole want to know where's the Dewey book.
Address Sidney Prescott's absence.
She sends her love, but she's taking Mark and the kids someplace safe. She deserves to have her happy ending.
This is the first Scream film without Sidney, a result of Neve Campbell's frustration about being underpaid for her role in the franchise. I should stress that contract negotiations...
Yeah, because for Scream 6, they want to pay Neve Campbell with low budget money. So she walked off for Scream 6, but she returned in Scream 7. I still need to watch it still.
happen on the studio level and aren't made by the filmmakers, so don't blame radio silence. It's a bummer to not have Sid around, especially given the reason why. But even though she's my favorite final girl of all time, I also think it's great that our new protagonists get more space to inherit the series.
The cast kind of had the same vibe. It was like, let's just go make this one ours.
Dr. Stone settles in for a double feature of the OG invasion of the Body Snatchers and a couple of his favorite kill counts. Though he didn't return to Scream 6 for another cameo, Radio Silence asked us for props they could use as set deck, so we sent them this awesome VHS box made by talented fan Wedgewolf of Dark Moon Home Video. Radio Silence did the same thing with other podcasts too. Posters can be seen for Last Podcast on the Left and our dear friends at We Hate Movies, including one in Tara's room, meaning she may have listened to us riff on Leprechauns 1 and 2 with the guys. There's an ominous rapping at Stone's door, which sends his TV into a fourth wall breaking frenzy. Turns out he is next, since Ghostface breaks his window to smash his noggin before finishing the doctor off with a sharp object through the nose. God, this Ghostface is mean. Another mask is left by his body, this one belonging to the killer from Scream 3, Roman Bridger, director.
I direct.
The detectives consult their Ghostface conspiracy board in a scene filled with tons of fun nods for fans of the franchise.
Roman Bridger was the only single Ghostface. Kudos to him for ambition.
As Red Right Hand plays on the soundtrack, Mindy gathers everyone on campus to give a classic Meeks monologue for the people. Blackmore University is played by McGill University in Montreal, which is where the film was shot. Though it's set in New York, Scream 6 is actually the first film in the franchise to be filmed outside the US. Since they are on a college campus, the group theorizes they're in a rehash of Scream 2, Stab 2 for these folk. But Mindy has a different theory.
It would make sense if this were just a sequel. But we're not in a sequel because nobody just makes sequels anymore. We're in a franchise.
As she explains, there are certain rules to a movie franchise. The kills will be bigger and bloodier, the killers will be shiny and new, and the main characters might get killed, which they already warned was an aspect of requels in Scream 5, and an aspect of trilogy endings in Scream 3. But it also is the case here as well. It only took Jasmine Savoy Brown a day or two to memorize this many-page monologue, something she credits to her roots as a theater kid.
In this movie and the last one, everyone's just gathered around as I'm performing at them all day, and that's fun.
They decide that there's safety in numbers, so everyone holes up in the Carpenter apartment. While in the very blurry background, you can see our horror short pregame playing on the TV. Like, no shit, that's Chelsea back there. So cool. Also cool is the fact that we get to just hang out with these characters for a minute.
Little slumber party with the core 4.
Core 4?
Yeah.
Did you just give us a nickname?
For me, this scene was when the new cast officially took over the franchise, and I mean that as the highest compliment. The mood is soured by a news broadcast implicating Sam in the recent attacks. This conflict was meant to reflect a real-life struggle for Melissa Barrera, who suffered a lot of online harassment criticizing her acting in the previous film.
It just sucks being this hated.
Radio Silence confirmed that this scene is a response to that situation, which makes it even more touching when her Woodsboro buds say they have her back.
We are the core fucking folk.
Thank you very much.
I
That's
hate
absolutely right.
myself.
For the record, I thought Barrera did fine in Scream 5 and fucking crushes it in Scream 6. I think even her online haters came around to her performance here.
Melissa came to this one to prove something, and I think we all felt it from day one.
Drunk on friendship, Sam reveals that she's been sleeping with Danny, who's currently doing laundry when he spots a ghost face in Quinn's rear window. He tries to warn the Woodsboro crew, but they're too busy yucking it up until Quinn stumbles out of her bedroom with her throat slit to the bone. I guess the core 4 will never become a quintet. In the ensuing chaos, Tara and Chad lead the escape, but get locked outside the apartment before their friends can follow. Mindy takes a slice to the arm, but it's Annika who really gets the twist of the knife. Sam makes like Casey Becker and goes for the cutlery, but since someone has gotten rid of the knives, she settles for an attack of the block. They escape to Quinn's bedroom, where Mindy finds her sloppy seconds in the bathtub. The ladies barricade themselves inside, but Sam discovers their only way out is dangerously in the heights. Danny closes the gap with a ladder, kicking off another awesome action sequence as the women take turns shimmying across. Sam and
Dude, if I escaped from Ghostface doing that, I would be like shaking and scared. I go, shit.
Mindy managed to make it, but Ghostface interrupts Annika before she can cross. Despite their best efforts, they're unable to save her before she takes a utopia fall to her death. Talk about a dumpster dive, right? Real talk though, she was fucked anyway. We all saw Ghostface literally gut her like a fish. Despite being present in the very first draft, the ladder sequence was initially cut over concerns it'd be too hard to film. They added it back in 2 weeks before production began because it was just that cool.
Let's stop chasing our tails and let's go shoot the fucking ladder. And, you know, once we did that whole thing and got there, we were like, right, this is dope for a reason.
Executive producer Ron Lynch helped find a real location that fit the needs of the script, which means those are actual stunt people actually crawling across an actual ladder 5 stories up. Stunt coordinator Alex Cadu kept it.
So there are stunt people doing that. Cause they have like the harness.
Everyone's safe during the crazy sequence. Devin Dakota was eager to do the stunt herself, but had to defer to her stunt double, Leiko Farahi.
I love doing my own stunts. I was like, no, put me on the harness. They said, absolutely not. If something goes wrong, like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, okay, fair.
Okay. Yeah, like something happened to her, like something happened to her in real life. She can die, or sign a waiver. Go, if something happened to you and on us, it's on you. But that's why we have stunt doubles.
For the close-up shots of the actors, an exact replica of the building was built on a soundstage. And I mean exact. Production designer Michel Laliberté even matched the plaster of the bricks to the building's real exterior. Dakota got to fall about 10 feet onto a crash pad for the scene, getting pretty bruised up over the 2 weeks it took to shoot the sequence. I love that they didn't use a single green screen for this whole thing. The only digital effects were painting out the safety harness cables. The survivors recover from the attacks as Ethan arrives with a perfectly suspicious entrance.
Step the fuck back. You're at the top of my list.
I had econ.
The Carpenter sisters meet up with Detective Bailey, who's been taken off the case in light of his daughter's death. With his career opportunities limited and both his kids dead now, he pledges to go rogue and track the killer down.
You fuck with my family, you die.
They're soon joined by Gal and Kirby, who have a suitably prickly reunion.
When did they start letting children into the FBI?
I have a gun, Gail.
Gal's discovered something during her journalistic endeavors, an abandoned theater owned by Jason and Greg. This place is a straight-up stab cave, filled with way too many Easter eggs to cover in this kill count. Behind-the-scenes footage shows a lot more of the details. They filled this place up like Fiona and I decorating a kill count set. Some deep cuts include the Green Stab 3 mask from Scream 3, and a clapperboard suggesting Roman Bridger worked with Scream 5 and 6's DP, Brett Jukowitz. In-universe, this isn't just a shrine to the Stab franchise, but to all the murders that have taken place throughout the Scream series. Seriously, this place has everything.
TV that killed Stumacher.
If you believe he's dead.
Oh, don't even get me started on that one, Mindy. He's listed as dead on the police board in this film. There's no way he's been alive this whole time without anyone knowing about it. This theater was originally a warehouse, but was changed at the suggestion of La Liberté, which Gillette cites as an example of the film's collaborative set.
You just have to constantly remind yourself that the movie doesn't belong to anybody. It belongs to everybody, and that's how you make the best thing. You invite other opinions, you invite collaboration into the process from day one.
La Liberté included more Scream Easter eggs throughout the movie, like blue Solo cups at the frat party to match the ones in Stumacher's kitchen, and giving Ethan a bag of Cheetos later on as a nod to Kenny the cameraman. They realized the ghost face masks left at the various crime scenes came from this centerpiece display of all the franchise's previous villains. Costume designer Avery Pluis designed the different looks of the masks and robes, cross-referencing her research with costumers on Etsy, since she knew they'd have paid attention to the details. One robe in particular stirs up memories for Sam.
Fuck no.
Fuck yes.
Skeet Ulrich returns as Ghost Daddy Billy Loomis, and he wants his daughter to go nuts for a second season of Murder. Tara's less excited to be back in the action, so Kirby chats with her about her near-death experience in Scream 4.
I almost died after I was stabbed.
I know, I counted you in my original episode. Don't worry though, fixed it in the recap.
Good morning. You going to sleep all day?
5.
Technically, I did die
What?
for 4 minutes.
I like this part when James James said, "Come on."
Oh, come on! Gail also attempts to be a person by talking to Sam about her relationship with Dewey, but the bonding is cut short by Bailey, who sends Gail home so they can do some ghost busting. With Sam and Tara acting as bait, the cops hope to trace their next killer phone call from a van in broad daylight. Yeah, this whole thing reeks of dead meeks. All it's missing is the B-boys blaring Cottonmouth Kings. But they don't need to worry, because when they do trace the call, they realize it's coming from Gal's apartment on the other side of the city. One record-setting sunset later, Gal is hanging out at home with her new boyfriend. She gets a homicidal house call, which is actually a first for the franchise.
Strange that you and I have never spoken on the phone.
Gal doesn't notice when her newy Dewey gets grabbed in the...
That's the first time Ghostface talked to Jill. Not Jill. I said Jill. That's the villain 4.
background. She does notice when he's heave-ho through a bookcase like he were Sally Hardesty. His killer Ghostface gives us our first knife wipe of the film. Scream 6's Ghostface is a lot less clumsy than usual, thanks to superformer Max Leferrier, who also played the killer in that Terror Train remake I always forget was a thing. Leferrier is an actor turned stuntman, and the intensity he brings to Ghostface is a refreshing change of pace.
We loved floppy Ghostface from the early movies that gets knocked down easily and gets right back up. And in this one, it was a little more like, what if he was a little more relentless, a little more driven, and just doesn't give a shit?
Gal Ghost faces off with the attacker, and
Gil, my bad. I know a lot of Scream actors. Cause Scream is my favorite franchise.
Yet another inspired action sequence. Damn, they really brought it this film. She manages to arm herself with a gun from her bedroom, kicking off a game of Cougar and Mouse with Ghosty Rhodes.
What do you want to talk about?
This apartment invasion took 4 days to film, longer than any of the movie's other chase scenes. It was worth it for the action, and this moment when Gal hangs up on the killer.
Can you hold, please?
What?
Glad to see snarky Gal back, after she spent most of Scream 5 being sad about Dewey. Same. The rude phone etiquette earns her a couple of good stabs, and though she hits them with one of her many books and forces them to do a Jill Roberts, a glass shard to the gut puts Ghostface back on top. A crescendo in the score makes you think this could very well be the end of Gal Weathers, but she survives long enough for Tara and Sam to arrive guns a-blazing. Ghostface disappears as always, and dialogue confirms that Gal will avoid dancing in the darkness of death.
Got a weak pulse.
The survivors regroup in the building's lobby, where it's Danny's turn to make a suspicious entrance. They decide to set a trap back at the abandoned theater. They take the subway, but get separated at Platform 96, a reference to the original Scream's release year. Mindy is left behind with prime suspect Ethan, and to make matters worse, this Halloween crowd is filled with way too many ghost faces for comfort, including one voiced by the Lonely Island's Akiva Schaffer. Sorry. The subway is also paved with the ghosts of horror's past. We've got all the classics. There's Michael, Pinhead, Freddy, even Tara's fave, the Babadook. Other highlights include Ziggy Stardust, Grace from Radio Silence's Ready or Not, and Mojo Jojo, a nod to Roger L. Jackson's other most famous voice role. This rash of references continues the costume Easter eggs from earlier, where the frat party saw a guy in a Dan Flash's shirt. That's in honor of Detroit's own Tim Robinson and his sketch from I Think You Should Leave, since Robinson voiced Quinn's off-screen lover in her first scene.
Is that Paul?
Who the fuck is Paul? You also might have noticed Ethan's murder party outfit, as well as a Wednesday Addams in honor of Jenna Ortega's biggest role. Scream 6 was filmed before Wednesday was released, and when the show became a huge hit, Radio Silence...
Yeah. So they're on the subway train. You see like all the popular horror movies character. Yeah, Jenna Ortega plays at Wednesday. Great show to watch on Netflix. Season 1 and Season 2.
actually cut down the visual references.
Once it became a juggernaut, we were like, oh, this feels weird now.
Yeah, this is like self-congratulatory.
Big props to Avery Pluis once again for making sure these outfits felt authentic, aka a little shitty.
I've had a lot of moments with my team where I'm like,
This doesn't look like a costume that a real person would make. It looks like a costume that a costumer would make.
The subway sequence was one of the first ideas Busick and Vanderbilt had when returning to write this New York set sequel. But Montreal's subway system doesn't look anything like New York's, so production had to build an entire station and 50-foot subway car from scratch. To make the car look like it was moving, they installed 70-foot light strips outside the windows, then programmed them to run a chase sequence. The end result was a completely practical subway that the cast and crew compared to being on a motion simulator. Eventually, Mindy runs into the real killer. She's stabbed, but the sound of violence goes unnoticed on the busy train until Ethan spots her at the next stop. Fortunately, Mindy's got that plot armor ab routine, leaving the leftover alive to quip another day.
Fuck this franchise.
The rest of the group gets to the theater, which was running a Jennifer Jolie retrospective. Awesome. That woman was a shining light the world simply wasn't ready for. Danny won't be joining them inside the Promised Land since Sam's still leery from her last evil ex. He's cool about being benched for the finale though. Nice guy. Or is he? Everybody's a suspect! Inside, Sam sees Ghost Billy again, and he proves he ain't no jughead by giving some decent fatherly advice.
You're smarter than this, Sam. Grab a weapon and clear this place yourself.
Might be a good idea in light of some new info from Detective Bailey.
They fired Kirby 2 months ago for being mentally unstable. She's no longer with the FBI.
She discovers their only exit is locked, so she rushes to find Tara and Chad, who have run off to get frisky like the horror movie teens they are. Their concession confession of love leads to their first kiss, but the smooching is cut short by the arrival of Ghostface. Another chase ensues, during which Chad just chucks a camera at the killer. Throwing shit at Ghostface is straight up a national pastime at this point. The heroes team up to make their concession stand, but the tides turn when a second slasher appears from the grassy knoll. The two Ghostfaces absolutely skewered Chad Makes Martin, stabbing him at least 11 times together. Tough luck, Tara. Your crush just became a pincushion. That synchronized knife wipe was pretty slick, though. The deadly duo is scared off by Kirby, who says she was in Dreamland after being knocked out off screen. Detective Bailey also arrives, prompting a police standoff that ends when Bailey's revealed as this movie's copycat killer.
You?
Yeah, of course, me.
This wolf in cop's clothing and his accomplices gives us the franchise's first trio of killers. The next Ghostface reveal is Ethan, which is maybe a little obvious just by process of elimination.
Yeah, it was Audrey. It was him. When he disappeared. Yeah. So we know it was him. First, I was shocked. To tell the Billy, I know he was in it. But the third Ghostface, I was shocked.
But hey, Jack Champion did a great job playing a nervous nice guy, and apparently had a great time on set.
It's so far the most fun I've had on a set. Sorry, James Cameron.
A little less obvious is the reveal of our third Ghostface.
Mindy?
No, it's not Mindy. It's Quinn, who might as well be speaking directly to the audience.
You didn't see that one coming, did you?
Yeah, because you died.
Yep, I gave her a kill count graphic and everything. I've got no way to justify it. I lied to you. Her supposed death felt too spoilery to give away, coming way earlier than Roman's fake-out death in Scream 3. Their explanation on how they covered it up is a little unlikely to me.
I just made sure I was first on the scene so I could switch her body out with a fresh one.
But hey, at least we didn't see anyone check Quinn's pulse. Quinn reveals she's the one who started the rumors about Sam online, not because she believes them. No, this trio is simply out for revenge. Quinn and Ethan are both Bailey's kids, and their deceased third sibling was none other than Sam's ex.
What if there was a song?
That I never finished.
Let's finish it.
In middle school, I wrote a song and I never got to
You're Richie's family.
Yep, they're Richie's family! It's yet another way this movie echoes Scream 2, with the family.
So, you know, Richie was in Scream 5, so one of the Ghostface killer. The way they gave revenge. Like, basically similar like Scream 2, like Billy Lumen's mom was in 2 to get revenge of Cindy.
Of the previous film's killer coming for revenge.
Billy's mother!
Richie's family plans on pinning this new batch of murders on Sam, then killing her and making it look like she was murdered by an internet conspiracy theorist. You know, someone like Greg and Jason, who turns out didn't actually own this place. The stab exhibit was really curated by Richie. His dad Bailey just put the place under their names. An actual home video from Jack Quaid plays from the projector, spliced in with Richie's home movie version of Stab. Bailey may have the numbers advantage, but Sam melts his ego by shit-talking his son.
He was a man baby
who made his girlfriend do all the killing.
I'm glad someone's given Amber the credit she deserves. They didn't even leave her mask at any crime scenes. Kirby arrives to even things out, but gets taken down by Ethan with Charlie's knife.
Recognize this?
Sam makes sure to get some payback before trying to escape with Tara on the theater's second floor. A gunshot makes Tara slip, and the fallout leaves her looking like Laurie Strode in Halloween Resurrection. With danger coming from above and below, Tara makes a callback to an earlier conversation.
You have to let me go. You have to let me go.
Sam finally decides to trust her sister and drops her down with a helping hand. Tara takes a stab from Ethan, but returns the favor by giving him a mouthful of steel. Yeesh, happy birthday to me, anybody? It's enough to throw Quinn off her game, which Sam exploits with pure ruthlessness.
Looks like you're down another brother.
Sam then adds Quinn to the kill count for real with a headshot. She doesn't have a bullet for Bailey, so they battle right over the banister. The fall knocks Bailey out, giving Sam a chance to go full Ghostface when he awakens.
Hello, Detective Bailey.
He's lured backstage, where Sam ambushes him with her now signature flurry of stabs. She stops short of finishing the job, determined to fight off her killer instinct, but a side-eye from Tara convinces her to follow through and end this Bailey with a wonderful knife. Oh my god, right in the side-eye. Sam, you're fucking wild. Dude's gonna need a whole bunch of family gravestones. As Richie's home movie comes to a close, Tara and Sam reaffirm their sisterly bond. They're treated to one last scare in the form of Ethan, but he's stopped by an injured Kirby, who sends him to meet his mocker with a TV to the head. Danny arrives with reinforcements, confirming his status as boyfriend, not boy foe. It's a happy ending all around, since Chad also survived getting wheeled out with that Dewey magic. The most common criticism I've seen of this movie is how many people survived. It's a valid criticism, but I don't personally mind most of it. Chad especially. I love Mason Gooding's performance, and the core four as a whole. I want to see them continue on. Like I said in the intro, Scream's always been about the surviving protagonists, and I'm happy for all of these characters to survive. I mean, I would have been fine with Gale dying, but maybe executive producer Courtney Cox wasn't having that. Who knows? As for Chad, Radio Silence did have a cut with a more survivable attack, but ultimately they decided to prioritize the emotional impact of the scene. Besides, people have survived real-life attacks just as brutal. Look no further than the Slender Man incident. Sam briefly regards the ghost face of her father, but abandons it to join her sister. They walk out to Still Alive, a song written by Demi Lovato for the film. The music video features our friend Spencer from Ice Nine Kills and his lovely partner in Carnage, Nadia. As for Scream 6,
Yeah, the Stay Alive with Debbie. Love that song. And Steve. Great song, guys. Check it out.
the movie ends with a post-credits jab at post-credit scenes.
Not every movie needs a post-credit scene.
How many characters got sliced up and served to the count like a New York pizza? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Except, shit, the floor's under construction. Oh, hey, thanks, disembodied hands. Yeah, okay. So do just fine.
You made it.
13 people died in Scream 6, the most actual kills in the franchise if you exclude the fictional characters from Scream 4. The victims consisted of 10 men and 3 women, giving us this New York pizza pie. This exact count and gender breakdown has only been seen once before on this show, in Tales from the Hood 2. With the franchise's new longest runtime of 123 minutes, that left us with a kill on average every 9.46 minutes. I'll give the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to Annika. The whole ladder sequence is an all-timer for the franchise, and is topped off with gnarly gore when she hits that dumpster. Dual Machete for lamest kill will go to, Brooks, was it? An off-screen murder of a nothing character that Gale didn't even seem to care too much about. And that's it. Scream 6 came out in 2023 and had the biggest opening weekend of the franchise. Next week, we're starting another franchise with Hostel. Until then, I'm James A. Janice. This has been The Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching the Scream 6 Kill Count. Real fast, shout out to Kai from Disneyland, and thank you, Tyler and Olivia. Thanks to you two, we got to ride the Guardians of the Galaxy ride literally 5 times while we were there. That ride fucking rules, man. You get so much.
Yeah. What do you think about Scream 6? Have you watched it before? Are you planning to watch it? Like, comment, share. See you in the next video. Peace. And that's it. I will drop the link today, but I'm still feeling sick. And I will continue on to the next stream, like horror part 2. and I will clip some videos during the week. So see you later, guys, and see you the next time. Peace. I'm out.
Hey. Okay. I was stuck up in a storm, trying to find where I belong. Now I walk tall, I stay strong. God was with me all along. Appreciate the dust busters, appreciate Rudy too. When I was lost in the darkness, y'all help me make it through. Tell them I'm so free, no Henry Cord, God's got hold of me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord, broke every chain on me. Head high, strong faith, no shame on me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord, Christ set me free. Tell them I'm so free, no Henry Cord, y'all got hold of me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord, no fear controlling me. Walk by faith, not what I see. I'm so free, no Henry Cord, Christ set me free. Back from the shadows, yeah, I never really left. Life had me fighting battles, trying to find my next step. Dustbusters held me down when I was fighting myself. When I felt broken inside, y'all reminded me of my strength. Through the static and storms, lost in the haze, God kept the light shining through my darkest days. Bills stacking high, pressure all around, but every time I fell, he picked me off the ground. Every scar got a story, every loss taught a lesson. Every prayer in the valley turned into a blessing. People try to tell me how to live, but I follow God's plan. He gave me purpose and vision, now I know who I am. Running through the rain, I'm healed up. Every setback only made me stronger. Faith inside my spirit can't steal that. God's grace carried me longer. Tell him I'm so free, no Henry Cord, God's got hold of me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord, broke every chain on me. Head high, strong faith, no shame on me. I'm so free, Christ set me free. I really miss Dustin Rudy, wish I knew what he would say. Sometimes I look to heaven and I pray every day. Questions in my heart that may never be solved, but I trust God's timing while I'm moving on. Life is like a puzzle, piece by piece it fits. Even through the struggles, God don't ever quit. Problems keep revolving, pressure keeps calling, but through every storm I hear my Savior talking. People throw advice while they watch me bleed, but they don't know the battles or the things I need. I've been wrestling leanings in the middle of the night, still praising Jesus while I'm standing in the fight. Dustbusters, this one's for the real ones, the ones who stay beside me when the road got rough. Built from faith and loyalty, stronger than before. God opened every window when he closed every door. Problems, how you gonna solve them? Give them to the Lord and keep on walking. Stress will drive you crazy if you hold it all alone, but God's peace will guide you when you're headed home. Problems, they keep revolving. Faith keeps growing while my heart keeps calling. Every piece of life is fitting in his plan. I may not understand, but I trust his hand. No chains on me, no fear on me. Jesus Christ is leading me. I'm so free, no Henry Cord. Man, finally free now. Dustbusters, this emblem's yours. We came through the chaos and opened new doors. God is good all the time. I'm so free, no Henry Cord. I'm so free, no Henry Court.